Well, you might have heard of the term food desert, urban areas where it's tough to buy affordable, fresh, good quality food. Our next guest wants you to know about the term innovation deserts in South Florida and how it is truly hurting our community. Felecia Hatcher is co-founder of Code Fever Miami and Black Tech Week. Felecia, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Sandra.
So you're teaching me a new term today, yes. Innovation deserts. What does that, what are we talking about?
People are very familiar with food deserts, right?
Sure.
And so when we say innovation deserts, we're really talking about the disconnect from the innovation economy, from a financial standpoint, from a resource standpoint, even from what technology is doing to our communities to make them smarter. Black and brown communities are disconnected from those resources. And so oftentimes when we say innovation desert, that doesn't mean innovation doesn't take place in these communities, because we know that the ideas are there. But the disconnect from the resources, the disconnect from the right amount of funding to see these things grow, that's where the innovation desert is coming in. So people are having to leave their community in order to be active participants in the innovation economy, and one, that's just not effective, and then two, that doesn't change anything around what the story that we're telling our young people about what they can actually build in their communities, and that's a problem. And that's not just a problem here in South Florida, but that's a problem across the United States, because we have about 54 million people across the United States that are economically distressed.
Right.
Thus, they are disconnected from the big innovation boom and tech boom. You look at Silicon Valley, you look at Boston, you look at New York, you look at all these big cities that from a financial standpoint of these big technology companies having a presence there, having the resources there, having their satellite offices there, have transformed from an economic development standpoint these communities. And so on a big level or on a local level, there's a disconnect that we have to fix.
So we were talking about these shared workspaces. How bad is it in Miami, in Broward, in our communities?
Yeah, so when you talk about overall the shared co-working spaces, there's a boom, right?
Sure.
South Florida kind of leads that across the state, and pretty much in the top 10 across the nation for how many co-working spaces that exist. But when you talk again about Black neighborhoods in Miami, there are only two neighborhoods, Overtown, where we are, and the Miami Gardens, that have co-working and innovation spaces. And we actually have the only two in the county in comparison to the entire state of Florida, and that's a problem. So these spaces provide, one, the collaboration. They also provide when these big technology companies or innovation hubs or innovation events want to take place in a neighborhood, where do they go? They don't have a place, an innovative place to be able to say, hey, we can now have a presence here because we have all the resources we need to make that happen. But furthermore, our small businesses, our entrepreneurs, or even just our young people seeing what it is on a daily basis to have a ton of Black and brown entrepreneurs working and collaborating on an everyday basis, like that paints a picture that is so important to our students being able to understand like what's possible, but most importantly, our entrepreneurs having the resources, the low-cost workspaces, the collaborative spaces, the event spaces, so that they can work together.
So tell us about your space.
So we started a space called Tribe, right? And so Code Fever, Black Tech Week is our conference that we put on. The space was just a natural next step of bringing everything that we do with the conference into a year-round basis, but then all the resources that come together.
Of it right now.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful space. We have some amazing open space, offices, a really cool kitchen. We have a rock garden in the back. But our members get 24-hour access to the space. We have offices there. There's open desk space, conference rooms, everything that they need. And I think the coolest part is on Fridays it's completely free. So we are the only co-working space in South Florida that does something called Free Co-work Fridays. So whether you are a paid member or not, you can come and use the space, you can have your meetings there, you can come and grab coffee, like you can do whatever you need to do in order to have a professional presence when you are either just starting up or you're growing your company, or you want to be able to have a presence in Overtown.
I was going to say, how affordable is it?
It's very affordable. So our lowest membership is $50 a month, and that's our youth membership. And that gives young adults and teenagers access to the space. Our offices start at $500 a month and go up. But our open desk membership, which is what most people are using, is about $250 a month. For full-time, $190 a month for part-time. They get access to the space, they can plop down, free Wi-Fi, everything that they need in order to run their, and not just for business owners, right? So there are organizations that have their satellite office there, or they have a freelancer that it doesn't make sense for them to work at home, now have a professional space to work in the historic area of Overtown.
I want to talk about coding co-working, but first I want to talk about you're bringing some great services there for seniors, which is so important. Tell me about that.
So we have a senior citizen digital literacy program that kicked off early this year in partnership with Comcast that allows for us to train senior citizens in basic digital literacy skills. Right, and so for us, like, we use email, we use our phone, it comes natural, it's almost like an extension, our phone is always in our hand. But when you think about senior citizens that have been disconnected from the technology boom and the resources, but like the resources that they actually need to survive and not social media and all the things that we're doing, accessing their social services, being able to communicate with their friends and their family. There's all these things that they need to learn, and so we provide that in a training program that we do 4 times a year as far as the cohorts are concerned, and we take up to about 25 senior citizens for every program.
And real quick, I know you're also teaching coding, which there's so much opportunity right now in the job market for that.
There is.
Real quick, tell me about that.
Yeah, so Code Fever, we do full stack development training for young people ages 10 to 21, as well as their parents. We've been doing it for 4 years, and now it exists inside Space Call Tribe as well.
Sounds great. Felecia, thanks so much for coming by. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. And for more on this co-working space, you can visit spacecalledtribe.com. As always, you can find all of this on our Facebook page at Your South FL.